Ms. Escobar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and many thanks to our witnesses. Today's hearing is an opportunity for us to examine the kind of future that Republicans, including those on the Supreme Court, have shown that they want for us in America. In a nutshell, their future, the future that they are working on is rights for me, but not for thee. It's about turning back the clock so that our country allows Republican-controlled states to create second-class citizenship for certain groups. I'd like to share a brief story. A constituent of mine, a mother who I admire tremendously, recently told me about her abortion. She and her husband had 2 children when they learned about a new pregnancy. They were so excited about the news. They bought a crib. They were planning for their new baby. They looked forward to this future. In her final trimester, her doctor gave her the tragic news that her baby was not viable, and if she carried the baby to term, she would most certainly die, leaving her 2 children motherless. She had to make the difficult decision to terminate her pregnancy. She went to a clinic, and in addition to the devastation and sadness that she felt, she had to endure the chiding of protesters who were shouting at her as she walked in. People who thought they should have the last word over the decision she and her doctor made. People who thought they knew better. In the Republican Party's view, and indeed in the laws they have written in states today, this mother would not have been able to terminate this pregnancy. She would have died, and the baby would not have survived outside the womb. Her 2 children would be motherless, and her husband would be a widower. So when one of my colleagues claims that, quote, all life is precious, there really should be an asterisk by his statement, because there are many exceptions to that statement for them. One of them being women, because apparently women are expendable. This is the Republican Party's vision for women and families and children in America, where women and even a 10-year-old impregnated by rape will be forced to move forward with government-mandated birth, even as in the case of my constituent, when she faced certain death. The Republican witness said we should have a hearing on helping American families. Ms. Foster, Democrats have indeed had hearings on helping American families, and House Democrats passed a bill that would provide parents with paid family and medical leave so that they could be home with their newborn baby. We passed a bill with access to childcare so that those parents could go to work and provide for their babies, and universal pre-K for children so that those babies could get a good start on their education. And every Republican voted against that. We also had hearings and passed bills to help keep children alive, to have the freedom to live free from the carnage that comes with gun violence. Every Republican here voted against that as well. Make no mistake about it, while Republicans may be pro-forced birth, they are anything but pro-life. In Republican-controlled states with the harshest abortion laws, like my own state of Texas, we have underfunded schools, failing foster care systems, lack of access to health care. I could go on and on and on. This is what they call being pro-life. What else is in the future that Republicans are planning for Americans? Justice Thomas, in his opinion, has literally invited states to challenge marriage equality, access to birth control, and more is sure to come. So for Americans listening at home, you think you have a right for birth control? If you do, think again, you're on their list. You think you have a right to marry who you love? If you do, think again, you're on their list. As Republicans continue to try to strip women and children of their rights, creating a whole class of second-class citizens, my Democratic colleagues and I will continue to fight for you. We trust you, we believe in you, we believe in your right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.